Hey, so this is all about the 2018 new estate and gift tax rules. So a little bit of confusion and a little bit of stuff that's been around for a while that still confuses people. So let me get into that. First, for you Louisiana folks, Louisiana doesn't have a state gift tax. Used to, not anymore. Louisiana and Louisiana doesn't have a Louisiana inheritance tax. Used to, but not anymore. So these are federal tax rules that I'm going to go over with you. The first one is even though they're unified, I'm going to go through the gift tax first and just clear up some long-time misconceptions. Yeah, the number that you can give away without any tax consequences for 2018 is $15,000. For 2017, it was $14,000. Where almost everybody gets confused is what happens if you give away more than this $15,000 limit. And let me just, married couple, both spouses can give away $15,000. So if you have a married couple, they can really give away, up to $30,000 without any tax consequences. Here's what tax consequences mean. This is where everybody gets confused. So let's keep it simple and make it a single person. Let's say dad passed away many years ago and mom, she's single. She wants to give some money to her kids for some reason, maybe wants to get it out of her estate, thinks that will help for tax purposes. And so she does. She gives her child $25,000. And everybody's like, uh-oh, she gave away more than $15,000. Now people owe tax. Well, they don't, because by giving away $25,000, mom, the first $15,000 is what's called tax-free, but that excess $10,000, nobody owes any tax on it. Mom just used up $10,000 of her $11.2 million estate tax exemption that she'll never use because she doesn't have anywhere near that amount. So people call, and even for 25 years, I've been saying a gift that exceeds the annual exclusion amount, a gift that exceeds $15,000 is called a taxable gift. But that's really a misnomer. Perhaps it should be called, and I just thought of this morning, perhaps that gift in excess of the annual exclusion amount should really be called a reportable gift, because you have to report to the IRS on Form 709 that you made the gift, but nobody owes any tax. So reportable gift, people call it taxable gift, and really, even though the estate and gift tax only affects the uber wealthy, even the most modest of people think that the gift tax applies to them if they helped their child put a down payment on a house or bought a car or something like that. But really, there's no tax consequences to any of that. So be aware of that. The other one is the estate tax. And again, as you can notice, because I said that if somebody makes a taxable / reportable gift, they start using up their estate tax exemption. Well, that estate tax exemption has gone through the roof. In fact, it went through the roof and through the clouds, because in 2017, it was 5.49 million. And for 2018, it's 11.2 million. In effect, you can double that for married couples. Looking at some of the calculations as to how many returns might be filed, it sounds like no scientific data here, but in Louisiana, where I live, in 2018, maybe there'll be 10 to 20 people pass away and have that estate tax return filing requirement because they had, in excess of the 11.2 million that actually passed away in 2018. Maybe more, I don't know. There's a lot of people with a lot of money out there, but so really just eliminates this whole estate tax avoidance strategies for most folks. But these new escalated estate tax exemptions really only apply until 2025, unless of course they change it again. So people in, several years are going to start worrying again, kind of like they did back in, I think it was 2010, when the exemption was going to go to from $5 million to $1 million. So right before that deadline, the wealthy people gave away $5 million to their heirs. because if they didn't give it away, they'd only be able to leave $1 million to those heirs free of estate tax when they died. However, at the last minute, on the last day, they undid all of that and just kept the exemption at $5 million. So that was a lot of hullabaloo for nothing. So same thing might happen again in 2025 when the exemption reverts from $11.2 million, or it'll keep going up because it gets adjusted for inflation, back to $5 million adjusted for inflation, probably around $6 million in 2026. So anyway, a lot of stuff just for the wealthy. If you think it may concern you, because it does affect some people, let us know. But should give you some peace of mind that there's not a lot of estate tax worries anymore for most people, particularly those in Louisiana. Still lots of capital gains and income tax concerns in this transition of what you have to your family. So, gotta be aware of that. So, hope that clears up some 2018 estate and gift tax, rules. So, real important though that you go take care of business. Take care.